Hi there, welcome yet to another video of the NutriFarm farming channel. If you are new here, welcome to the farm. My name is Jacinta from the NutriFarm, and today I want us to talk about the easiest way to control weeds in a maize farm. Weeds. Yeah, today I'm going to show you how you can easily wipe out weeds in your maize farm with very little efforts. Like, the olden days people used to uproot every single weed in the farm. For those of you who don't know what weeds are simply the unwanted plants in the farm. For example, you planted maize, and these are the plant that grows allows it, and they start competing for nutrients, for water with the maize that you have harvested. So in today's video, I want to take you in my garden, and I'll show you how easily I wipe out my weeds without any effort. Yeah, I'm having my lunch. This one, a whole bowl of it. This is beans, maize, and some vegetables. Yeah, without any oil, as simple as that. And from there we are going to head to the garden, and you are going to see the process of how we wiped out the weeds with very little effort, without breaking our backs. Yeah, in the meantime, subscribe to the farming channel. If you are new here, thank you for clicking in. Welcome here in the NutriFarm. This is where we give people the easiest way to do farming that in modern day. Yeah, subscribe. In the meantime, as in the next clip, I'm going to take you in the garden, directly in the garden. In most of my garden, you are going to see there's no weed, and myself, I haven't done much in the removal of the weeds. Yeah, let's all assume this is garden X, and because you can see in garden X there is a lot of weeds growing in between the maize that I have planted. So the disadvantages of these weeds is that they grow faster than the actual planted crop, and they compete with the planted crop for water and nutrients, altering the growth rate of the plant, making it to reduce its in the head. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we are going to wipe all these weeds in garden X, and you are going to see the outcome of it. You can see some in some area the weeds have overgrown, and you can't even notice there is a maize plantation here. All you can see is weeds. Weeds are overpowering the plants. Yeah. Hi there. From the background of the introduction of the video, you have seen that in my land there is a lot of weeds in between the lines of maize. There is lots of weed. So, and I'm going to get rid of these weeds effortlessly, which means that I'm going to use a herbicide, a selective herbicide that I am going to spray in all my gardens. This is one of the gardens where I'm going to apply the herbicide. Yeah, this is day one. Today is the day that we are going to apply the herbicides. Then from there you are going to see how it works. What happens? The herbicide is going to select all the weeds. Like all the weeds. You can see the weeds have totally overgrown. It's going to select all the weeds, and we are going to remain just with the maize. Anything else that is in this land is going to be killed by these herbicides. Yeah, and applying this herbicide, it must be wet. It must have rained like 1 day or 2 days ago for it to be effective. Yeah, so let's go ahead and use our selective herbicide which act as a photosynthesis inhibitor. Yeah, and it will get rid of this weed. We shall see how many days it shall take to get it shall take to get rid of these weeds, and it is the easiest way. So let's go ahead and spray. Let's assume this is garden Y, and you can also see in garden Y there is lots of weeds growing. In garden Y, I planted a bit late, but the maize germinated very well, and you can see the weeds have grown above the maize. You can see, and there's a lot of dangerous weed in this area, and this us spraying the herbicide in the farm, and you can see we are spraying just comfortably through the all over, even the maize, the weeds, you spray everything, but the herbicide itself is going to be select the maize, and it's going to kill the weeds uniformly. And in this section, let me give you the advantages of using herbicides, selective herbicide in maize. One, it is going to uniformly wipe out all the weeds. Uniformly. I'm starting with the word uniformly. You know, when you start weeding manually, today you're going to weed this part, tomorrow this part, the next day this part, and you're not going to weed uniformly unless you look for more labor to help you to weed the weeds uniform, which is very, very expensive. And the other thing, it is affordable option compared to manual way. This will take less than 15 minutes to spray in this garden Y, and you shall see. And the other thing is that it wipes weeds until the maize gets to the point of harvest. We are not going to spray anymore because this herbicide is going to kill each and every weeds in this area. Every weed will be killed, and the maize is going to start having a higher growth rate than before, simply because there is no competition for sun, for weed, for nutrients, for water, for everything. So it is going, and that is why the yields in this farm is going to increase. That is also another advantage. You are going to see how much maize we are going to harvest in this particular area. Yeah, so the yields is going to increase, and that is good for the farmer because we always look good to harvest more in small portion. You don't have to plant a very big of land where you can't manage. You only plant in small areas where you can manage, and if you can manage large areas, the better. And this is very effective for large scale farming because imagine you just need to plant, then you're going to spray the weeds together with the maize. The weeds fade away, and you are just left with your maize to grow, to harvest, to top dress. Yeah, and in the next clips, I'm going to show you the outcome after some days. After some days. This is so unbelievable. This is the outcome of Garden X. Do you all remember that Garden X where there were weeds growing and the maize was invisible? Right now you can see our maize is flourishing and it's growing in a very healthy way. Like there's no weeds allowed it, all the weeds died, and the maize outgrew the weeds, and the weeds cannot grow anymore. You can see. I know you can't believe this is the outcome of the garden. You can see me there. Yeah. Hi. Me smiling. Yeah. This is the outcome of the garden. Next you can see. I told you that if you immediately after spraying the selective herbicides, the weed started dying slowly by slowly. Even now, the weed is still dying, and that will continue until the end of the harvest. Oh, look at my garden, looking so healthy. Yeah, this is what I love in farming, that you get to experience changes every day. Every day is every day is a step toward success, and our main goal is harvest. Yeah, that is our garden X outcome. How do you see it? Tell us in the comment section how garden X has turned out. You can leave us and see the garden X and then see the outcome once again. And here comes garden Y. You can see garden Y is the land that I planted a bit late, but better late than never. And there were a lot of weeds because the rain started, then I planted like 2 weeks after the rain started. So the weeds had already started growing before even I planted. But then we applied the selective herbicides, and now you can see our maize is growing, and the weeds has died. Yeah, that is it. And there's no bone broken, like nobody has bent down in this land the whole day trying to weed during the sunny days, the muddy days. It was just spraying and leaving the land just to come and see the outcome. Yeah, you can see within no time this maize is going to grow very healthy because there is no competition of nutrients, water, the sun. Oh, and it's look very very nice. Even the super nappy that I had planted in the other neighboring land, it's also doing very fine. You can see that. And why have you not subscribed? These are good tips that I'm informing people. You can also inform your parents if you don't farm, your grandparents. Just tell them to stop using the old method of weeding unless they have planted very small portions. But this is the way to go. This is the way to go. You can see the maize is growing without any stress. Without any stress. So kindly consider subscribing. Until the next video, bye bye.